What's up, guys? So today we got Mike Wallace Flashback, and before we get the review started, just a big thanks to Vanga Kiwi 56 for helping me get the review done just a little bit faster. So here we go. Flashback Mike Wallace, 93 overall, dual style, short pass, ground and pound style, 6 foot tall, 98 speed, 92 catch, 88 release, 92 jump, 90 catch in traffic, 97 spectacular, 93 elusiveness, and 91 route running. Also has a 90 spin move and a 99 or a 95 juke move. So very dangerous in the open field. So anyways, enough talking. Let me show you what this guy can do on the field. So when I play with Mike Wallace, the only player that I was going to compare him to was that campus hero Kevin White, who I've said is possibly the greatest deep threat in the game besides, of course, Boss Calvin. And he definitely gave Kevin White a run for his money. Solid route runner, no matter what it was. Had the most success with curls for some reason. Curl routes, he just got the most success. And, of course, obviously, in my opinion, I would say the best way to use him is put him in, put him out wide. And right here, trust me, he would definitely break tackles on his own from time to time. But anyways, like I was saying, putting him out wide is the best way to use him. Even though some guys have told me that putting him in the slot is their favorite way to use him, which is fine. But I would say that if you're gonna do that, then just run slants and drags with them, if that's the case. Because if you make him go up against linebackers on a consistent basis, it's gonna, it's not gonna work out too well for you. Right there, had great awareness. The ball got batted down by the safety, but Wallace had the awareness to reach out and pick it up. So that's always good to see. In terms of fighting for the deep ball, he did an average job. Nothing spectacular. He definitely had a lot of passes smacked out of his hand. So when it comes to fighting for the deep ball, like these right here, it's definitely more like a 50-50. Now the spectacular catches, we'll get to that part later. But just in terms of regular, contested balls, it's definitely 50-50. Right here was really impressive with the press. I mean, he got up the press fairly well, against corners like Richard Sherman or even that Deion Sanders. So if you see someone pressing, don't sleep on that, man. Keep your eye on Wallace. He just might have a solid chance of breaking it. And this right here, like I was saying, don't try to turn him into a deep or a slot receiver, going up against linebackers and such. It's not going to work out. And like I said, 50-50 with these deep ball fights. It's not going to work out as often as you think. This right here really surprised me. This dropped a wide open pass. He leaned forward, dropped it. So I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time, but it's definitely possible, as you can see here. But anyways, like I was saying, the best way to use him. Oh, one last thing. His run blocking, just terrible. Don't try to or use him for run blocking. It was just terrible. One of the worst run blockers in the game. But anyways, this right here, this spectacular catches really impressed me. I did not think he was going to come down with that many spectacular catches. But obviously this right here is the #1 way to use them. Just abuse that speed, man. Just put him out wide, put him on a streak, and watch him just fly down in the field. And also make sure that you have a solid quarterback with throwing the deep ball, because I've noticed that some guys had Mike Wallace that I went up against had quarterbacks that were not great at throwing the deep ball and just overthrew them or underthrew them. So make sure you got a very solid quarterback for that. So like I said, put him out wide, send him deep, watch what he can do. And even when my opponents backed up their players, like this right here, so many times my opponents would back up their safeties and corners, and somehow he still managed to get by them. Like this right here, my opponent backed up his corner, and somehow Wallace was able to still fly by him. So, and this right here as well, Deion Sanders, man, I think the fastest corner in the game, and still got burnt. Now, of course, I could have scored, but I wanted to chew this clock, so I had to slow down. But anyways, if you pick up Mike Wallace, in my opinion, just set him out wide, put him on a streak, and just watch what he can do. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this review. My final thoughts: do I think he's worth $110,000? I feel that's a very solid price. And like I said before, Kevin White is still a top 5 receiver in my opinion. Unfortunately, I did not think Mike Wallace did enough to, push him out of that top 5 spot, because Kevin White is still 6'3", Mike Wallace is 6 foot, and like I said in the past, if you throw a deep ball and that corner's right on them, and they both got to lean forward and catch it with their fingertips, Kevin White will obviously have the advantage. And even though Mike Wallace made some crazy spectacular catches, if you've played with Kevin White enough, you can definitely say that he will absolutely make catches as well. So many guys have told me the same thing with their experiences with Kevin White, that he would definitely jump up and make some crazy catches deep down the field. So I still say Kevin White is a much better option. Obviously, a much cheaper option as well. But anyways, whether or not who you think is better is absolutely up to you. I definitely say try out Mike Wallace if you want to. You know, he's definitely worth trying out. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of that. My next review is definitely going to be that new campus hero Trent Richardson. That one could possibly be out tonight. Anyways, guys, I'll see you boys then, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.